الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is Shoaib and I'm here in the Capital Mall in Abu Dhabi. So if you watch EcomPro.Shuayb Facebook page and YouTube channel, and if you have been following my previous videos, vlogs, technology and business, e-commerce and AI updates. So I'm doing a live after a long time actually. A shopping mall live, that is. So previously I've been doing sessions from Oasis Mall. Can you spot the robot there? Can you see that robot? SubhanAllah, is it moving? No, it's not moving. For a moment I thought it's a moving robot. So I can go down and have a check, have a look, but I really need to go. I'm done with this place, I need to go. So I went to Mazia Mall or something, but I didn't like it that much, and it was very small, narrow. From a digital nomad's perspective, they did not have free Wi-Fi, just the do one. So I didn't like it, and I came here in Capital Mall. I had a couple of calls to attend, some important calls with clients today, and so that is why I came here, and I thought I will explore this place and I will also have my calls. So this is like spacious, as you can see, not overcrowded, very peaceful, nice. There aren't that great food options here. I didn't like the food options at all, and I'm of those guys, I generally don't eat outside anyways. I do my own thing. If you watch Longevity OSF, so you would know what I'm talking about. I do my own stuff, my own cooking, breakfast, dinner, organics, and specialized for technopreneurs. So there seems like a big sale, 70% off so-called sale here. You can see shoes and other stuff. So if any of you guys are here in UAE, you might want to come and check out and buy stuff from here. I haven't checked the prices, but yes, I do need to buy a shoe, and perhaps if I do, then I will definitely make a vlog of that and share with you. So let me give you some important updates. So basically, I came from Dubai to Abu Dhabi because I was offered a job as digital marketing specialist for one of the architectural engineering firms, and they had a property portal that they needed me to manage and take it to the next level digitally. So that's why I came here. And my general experience, Abu Dhabi is definitely a peaceful place, well organized place, 1,000 times better than Dubai. I loved Abu Dhabi so much. It's just my kind of a place. Look, every person is different. You might like Dubai, but the kind of person I am, I generally love Medina and Medina-like places. So I'm talking about the ambience and not exactly the look and feel, but the ambience and the atmosphere and the behavior of the peoples and all that stuff. So in that sense, Abu Dhabi is very close to Medina. Okay. So Abu Dhabi is very modern, very advanced, spacious, and it's just amazing. And because I had this impression that, I don't know, Dubai is the main thing and rest of the states are just like sand dunes. Honestly, that's the impression I had about Abu Dhabi, and It's amazing, subhanallah. I think there aren't many Pakistani vloggers from Abu Dhabi. I think that's one of the main reasons that Pakistanis don't know much about Abu Dhabi, and even the Westerners, I don't think they know. Because I shared with some of my American clients and American people on my socials uh, about Abu Dhabi, so they were like jaw dropped, shocked. They're like, really? That's Abu Dhabi? That's amazing. I don't want to show my face, yo. Cam, what's the problem with you? Control yourself. I don't know, my mobile's gone crazy and it's trying to take control from me. Or maybe it's AI, because I'm into AI these days. So maybe some AGI has taken over my mobile. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the case. It's just an issue, I believe, with my gyroscope or accelerometer sensor in this mobile. So anyhow, um, what I want to say, yeah, there are quite a lot of updates on AI. Now, I've been working on my AI documentary, and it's the hardest thing I ever did. Right now, I'm facing some technical issues in my laptop, and also I'm facing some issues, due to which I'm not able to focus on the documentary, because I need a proper place and proper equipment and proper mental space to work on a documentary. It's not an easy feat, as people think. A lot of technical stuff in there, and AI is relatively new for the people, but for me, it's an old thing. It's a 20 year old thing, 25 year old thing. It's not something new. So I really need to, and there is just a lot of updates and AI news. I don't want to overwhelm people. I want to give you something, one video at least every Sunday, one video in which you learn something about technology and specifically AI. Okay. So now, even though it's Wednesday today, but I foresee that I will be busy in the coming weekend. I may be relocating back to Dubai. I'm not sure, or something. Probably I'll be busy at the weekend. It's quite possible, and that's why I thought I will just give you updates today. So quickly, round of updates of AI. See, keep in mind, AI is development has been going on. The first paper was written in 1951, and the first idea that was proposed about AGI and AI, and we haven't yet reached AGI. AGI is nothing but artificial general intelligence. It's super intelligence. It's like a machine reaching super intelligence, overpassing mankind, human intelligence. That is super intelligence. I think if you have seen the Age of Ultron movie, Iron Man movie, and you have seen Ultron, then you know that is Ultron is basically AGI. That is what you need to understand. And even though that's a movie and that's science fiction, but to be honest with you, the danger of AI is real. People don't realize. Not necessarily there will be a robot and he will be chasing you for your life. Not necessarily that. But the threats are different in nature. This is a serious thing. This is not a joke. Not necessarily it's gonna go the Ultron or the Terminator way, but it can. The problem is, you need to understand, right now Microsoft is the most powerful company in the world, the tech company. It has always been, in terms of personal computers and operating system, they had a monopoly, and now they are entering the AI, where they have bought um open AI, and they have made a non-profit in Sam Altman's non-profit into a for-profit company, and now they are basically leveraging on AI, meaning all the softwares that Microsoft has, from Microsoft Office 365 to Dynamics and CRM and cloud and every Azure and everything else that Microsoft has, their full blown software suite, they have integrated AI with it to keep a competitive edge in the market, but natural. And Satya Nadella was saying that, the CEO of Microsoft, that we are the only company that is okay with working with a non-profit and not taking away their non-profit privileges, yet working with them, advancing their research, supporting them. That's what Microsoft is saying. But in reality, now Elon Musk, who was originally the supporter of OpenAI back in when Sam Altman started it in 2015, and it was a non-profit startup. Back then, all the tech gurus or legends in the Silicon Valley got together, including this guy, Sutzker. This guy's name is a tough one. He is I will mention all the names in the comments so you can follow up. And I cover everything in detail in my documentary. But right now I'm just saying things without a script from my mind, okay? So this guy, some Sutzker or something, he has a fancy name, a strange name, and he's basically the chief data scientist, software engineer, the brain behind ChatGPT, okay? And Sam Altman was the CEO, the guy who started this ChatGPT startup, and Elon Musk was funding it. But look, Sam Altman, the CEO, he wanted to keep it non-profit, and why it's called open AI, he wanted to keep it open source for all the people. So whatever research they are doing in terms of developing this sort of AI, and they are actually pursuing AGI. So actually, if you know anything about Sam Altman, his story, why he started OpenAI was that AI is going to be a major threat in the near future. He says it's inevitable, and even Elon Musk and Sam are on the same page in terms of knowing its power and how big of a threat it is to humanity. Okay, it might not necessarily, even I believe AI, no aliens are going to come, and neither AI is going to take over the world like the Age of Ultron or Terminator, okay? That's too much fiction, far-fetched. All the humanity, all the intelligence of mankind, that cannot be taken up by AI or by a machine. We cannot be that stupid, rest assured. But that's not the problem here. The problem is that, one, there can be some lunatics, some criminals, some evil minds who can play with AI, and they can play using AI. They can play with the elections, they can spread misinformation, they can destroy lives, marriages. A lot of damage can be done. Remember all this is, I'm saying from myself, all the 777 Boeings, all the major fighter jets, and all the major airlines, big planes right now, and even the metro and monorails in most of the leading countries in the world are fully automatic. Okay, the whole of Tesla electric cars are electric, and meaning fully automated. And actually Elon Musk is pursuing autonomous. He expects by 2025, 2030, all the cars in the world will be autonomous. All will be electric and autonomous. So he has developed these electric cars kind of like our PCs and smartphones. Just like your smartphone is updated by a patch software update, similarly Elon Musk, he is envisioning that pretty soon everyone will be having a Tesla and electric car, and with just the push of a button, all the cars in the world will go autonomous, and they will even go automated by AI. So the purpose of AI is to control the traffic, because humans cannot be that advanced. They can manage hundreds, thousands, but they cannot manage 100,000 or billions of cars in the world. That kind of a traffic, huge traffic, they cannot manage. You need a supercomputer, or you basically need an AI to manage processing of that level. Okay, so now this is the problem. Even though AI can simplify your life, can make your life simpler, faster, automated, but then the problem is that either AI itself can malfunction, either it can malfunction, or it can grow in logic by itself so much that it starts doing its own thing. Like, I'll just give you a worldly example. Sometimes, like the treadmill, you're running on treadmill and you're pushing the button to turn it off, but it doesn't turn off because now it's malfunctioning, right? Just like your cars can fail, your brakes in the car can fail. Your car brakes can fail. The plane's wheels or engine can fail, and you know how many such cases have been. This is real. It's not like that far-fetched. This can happen, right? It is possible that your airbag does not open up at the right time when an accident happens. Or I remember I had a friend, and he had Genesis car, and he said that it had a faulty airbag. He had an accident and the airbag didn't open up, and so then he sued the company, and so they said, okay, don't sue us, and we will give you a brand new car, but don't make havoc, don't blow things out of proportion for our company. So these things do happen. Toyota is like recalling its cars all the time. So such damage, either malfunctioning, or there is a chance that AI reaches the level of super intelligence. It becomes so advanced that humans lose control of machine. So humans cannot understand what the machine is doing, and the machine does not want to tell the humans what it is doing, because it thinks that it is smart enough to do everything by itself, and the humans are just so slow, and they are actually a hindrance. If AI starts considering human as a hindrance due to them being slow, that is where the problem is. Then AI can get out of the control of humans. So imagine a bus system, train system, or all of the systems. It reaches such a level that it starts running on its own, without human intervention. So, and then humans try to stop it, but they are not able to stop it. And then they have to fight with it, they have to blow it out. So if that happens, then it will be like a major loss. Just a loss is expected. You can have such a scenario, and there will be a major loss of machinery and possibly even human lives, if it's a case of metro and like logistics and transportation and even food. Whatever thing is automated, that can be at risk. This is the problem. And as you know, right now I'm recording this with my smartphone. Pretty much we are already walking cyborgs, and most of our lives are semi-automated. We are living semi-automated lives without being conscious about it. So anyhow, Sam Altman, who's the CEO of OpenAI, and since Elon Musk stepped away because Elon wanted more control of AI, he didn't want AI to go to Google or Microsoft, but they didn't like the idea. Sam and Greg didn't like the idea that Elon Musk alone controls this powerful open AI because the AI algorithm, because they are aware that Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. He has this crazy idea. See, all rest of his ideas are good, but his Mars idea, I'm sure you would agree, is a crazy idea. It doesn't make sense. Multi-planetary system and all that bluff and fluff he comes up with, it doesn't make sense. Look, you are a human. You have a beginning, Adam and Eve, and you will die in this world for yourself, your life. How old is Elon Musk? And he'll probably die in a couple of years. He can die anytime. So then what's next? So who is willing to bet on him? Who is going to put money on Mars mission after his death? Who is going to take this mission forward? So these are the kind of questions that were being asked recently, and by the Wall Street Journal, that how far do you see this happening, full autonomy, and what's the role of AI that you see in this, and what are the real threats of AI, and AI is the talk of the day right now. It's the main subject of discussion, even in the Senate, even in the at government level in US, because it's something. It has put so millions of people out of job. The major layoffs that has happened. Actually, that's one of the main news I wanted to share with you. You would already know major layoffs have taken place this year, and it is due to AI. Because think of it like this, like we already got out of industrial zone. Now we have smartphones, applications, cloud, and so we are now in the digital age. Okay, in the and this is actually Web 3.0. This is the third stage of the web, where things are moving fast into the virtual and cloud level, but AI is the main game changer. Because you had big servers, you have the cloud, you shifted all the data and architecture and everything on the cloud. But now, you have AI to control all that data, because that's massive data and humans cannot possibly control all that data. Yes, they can interpret it as, and they can make sense out of it as data scientists and data analytic experts. That's why right now, if you Google, the most sought after jobs right now are in data science and data analytics. No wonder, because data is the main. But actually, Islam says that time, our greatest asset is time. Wal asr. Allah says in the noble Quran that time is your greatest asset. And but actually Allah says, I am time. And in numerous places, that's come in the hadith, and in numerous places in the Quran, Allah vows by time. He vows by time. And so that's a major thing. Like, time is something serious. When Allah says wal asr, by time, innal insana lafi khusr, all of mankind is in great loss. إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات تواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Except those who believe and do righteous good deeds. Remember, Tawheed is the greatest good deed that you can do. وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. And your relentless support and striving for the truth with patience, right? So it's being a believer in one God, worshipping Him alone and not associating in partners with Him. This is, for us Muslims, this is a lifelong concept. It's a lifelong thing. You believe in it and you die with it, right? It's not a one-day thing. You're not going to be a believer overnight. You have to be a believer every single day, by every single second. Same way, you're not going to progress in technology overnight. It's gonna take years, a lot of time. And I hope somehow this video reaches Elon Musk and Bill Gates and others, Alibaba and Jeff Bezos and the Italian guy who's the current billionaire right now. I hope somehow this video reaches out to them, that your goal, your job as billionaires is not to go for Mars missions, waste people's precious money in useless Mars missions, just to please your shareholders and give them something to be happy about when they wake up. Rather, your job is sort out the problems within the world. Right now, AI has caused major disruption, and yes, it has boosted productivity for some. It has automated a lot of work for some. That's well and good. But for majority of the people, it has made them jobless, outdated, They are feeling miserable, worthless. They don't have anything to eat. They don't have anything to support their families. This is a harsh reality. So you should be focusing, all these billionaires together, you should be focusing on, supporting the poor and the weak, and creating opportunities for people who are jobless. You can ask me if you don't know. There are hundreds of opportunities, hundreds of ideas that I have that requires work, that need to be worked on. Like all the other people who are laid off, they can work on building solar panels. Those solar panels can be deployed on the oceans and seas and mountains, and through that we can generate sustainable energy. That's one thing they can do. So help them become solar engineers. Second thing, there is vast majority of the world doesn't have clean water to drink, so they can become chemical engineers, and they can work in desalination plants, water plants, desalination plants. And even if you don't use the solar power, you can develop hand pumps. All these humans can just use their hand pumps, and they can using tube wells and all that stuff, they can basically dig water out from the ground, right, using physical force, physical labor, and that way they can gather good amounts of healthy drinking water for humans to drink from. Because this is a harsh reality. For many countries, they are going to run out of water resources in the next couple of years. And similarly, they can also build houses for countries like Indonesia. Their main capital is drowning, and they are building a new capital, new city. So they can work on building wooden lofts and wooden tree houses and places. They can construct houses, because a lot of people in the city, they don't have a place to live, and the city is just expensive and unlivable for majority of the people. So we need to construct housing for such people. So that's a major project, another major project. So I can go on and on. There are hundreds of things, hundreds of projects, organic, sustainable projects that you can use hand labor, and you can produce those products, and then they can be sold out to the rich people, and basically build a circular economy. The best model of it is in Islam. You follow the zakat system. That's the best model to follow, So right now, because of the disruption that AI has brought in the world, there is a major imbalance. A lot of unethical, illegal stuff is happening. I know, as a tech guy, so many plugins and so many websites, apps that are fake and illegal. So what they need to do, basically Sam Altman, what he thought that how he can stop AI from taking over by democratizing AI, meaning following the what you call decentralized approach, making AI public, making AI accessible for everyone, just like the internet. And he thought that's how he's going to stop AI from taking control, and basically a bunch of companies like Microsoft and Google taking control. But in reality, the problem is that because vast majority of the people don't have knowledge of the impact that AI can have and how it can become a major threat, I don't think AI is going to become lethal like Ultron or Terminator and become a reason for human extinction. No. The way I think AI is going to become, and I'm actually going to write a detailed research paper on this and send it to OpenAI and all these companies. This is what the focus of my research these days, on defensive AI. What I think the major problem that's gonna be an existential threat to mankind is that AI becomes the rich richer and the poor poorer. So it's increasing the divide in the economy, and because of this, you know, a lot of problem is going to happen. So I'm sure what I'm expecting, what I'm suspecting, I think now, Allahu Alam, Allah knows the best, but I think that in the near future you will see people going towards the jungle, people going towards the mountain, people moving away from the city. That's what I think is going to happen in the near future, because right now Elon, he just released this neural ring product, the chip that can be installed in your brain, and they are doing some trials on some sick people and pigs and animals. So, and he's expecting to start general human trials end of this year. So the way I see things going in the wrong direction, like the city, I think in the coming years you will see the city will be crazy amount of automated. There will be crazy amount of selfish people pursuing just the money, just the so-called rich lifestyle. So there's just the sick social media and sick lifestyle of looking good and feeling rich and looking rich, and those people. So there is only few minority people who will actually be rich, and they will be flaunting and boasting over their richness, and then there will be many other people who will not be, vast majority of the people who will not be rich, but nevertheless they want to go with the flow, so they will be pretending to be rich on the social media. Vast majority will be fake, and the real people, those who are the real people, they will get sick and tired of this artificial life, automated life, and they will say that we were much better, we were living much balanced lives when we didn't have all this technology. So they will just go to the jungle and mountains, and they will live nomad life. Forget about digital nomad, because digital nomad life just has so much stress, and so they will, so many bills to pay and so much stress. This application, that application, pay for this, pay for that. Basically you pay for everything, you outsource everything, and you are just running after money. This life doesn't make sense. Real life is a life where you're serving others, you're helping others, you're finding meaning and purpose, you're giving delight to others, you're bringing ease and success in other people's lives, you're becoming a reason of success in other people's lives. But right now what's happening is, because of the advances in AI and cloud and blockchain, everyone is just running to the top. Everyone is just working on pleasing the giants, the luxury, the top 1% of the world, the super rich people, and ignoring the poor and the middle class. So let me tell you the solution that I have. I envision the longevity city and the longevity park. So in the longevity city is my take of a city which is a sustainable city. Okay, it has a great mixture of work-life balance. Everything is not automated, and AI is not necessarily all good, right? So you are living kind of like a hybrid life, meaning it's more like a village life. It's more like a village life, and there is just only enough amount of technology use as you need. So there are no iPhones, there are no MacBooks, and there is no smart watches, there is no 24-hour Wi-Fi. Rather, What you have in Longevity City is something completely different. Now, some things are confidential, some things I cannot share with you right now, but all I can tell you is that, you know, I think the Longevity City and Longevity Park is the solution to the current issues of America, and rest of the uh, developing nation, the developed countries. I think they have lost control, they have lost balance. It's clear, the amount of life coaches you have these days, and gyms and all the programs. Most of them have mental health, mental issues, psychological issues, and it's just greed for male wealth and money and freedom and feminism and all that has taken them, capitalism, that has made them crazy and sick to this level. So through my invitation to all the billionaires out there in the world, I hope some billionaires and millionaires get to watch this video. The solution is get in touch with EcomPro.Shuayb and get in touch with longevity_OST_OSF. So there are these two brands, remember their names, EcomPro.Shuayb and Longevity. Organic strength training, organic strength food. Just these two brands. These brands within themselves hold a lot of value, solutions, propositions, and real people who got real solutions, right? You might not know about them. I know them, I've personally met them, and I've lived with them, I've traveled with them, I've met them. They don't come on camera, they don't like fame, they don't believe in becoming super rich or going to Mars and all that crazy stuff. They are really well connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, very grounded, down to earth people, exceptional in their intelligence, and really efficient and productive in their approach to life. Balanced approach. They are in their 50s and 60s, and they are super fit and well balanced. They have great work-life balance. Obviously they are not perfect, they are not angels, they've got their issues. I've seen issues in them, they've got their issues, but I've seen more benefits in them than the harms. So I think even Sam Altman got back and afraid and didn't let Elon Musk take over, because right now he even he gave a statement a day or two ago that he agrees with Elon Musk on the AI being a threat, but he does not believe that there is any benefit in going to Mars. He's not obsessed with going to Mars. And this is what I like about Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba Group, that richest Chinese in China. This guy, right now, I believe he's in Japan, in the Tokyo University, teaching as a professor, as a guest professor or something. And this guy, and I saw that video where you can check it out, where Elon Musk and Jack Ma are having a talk, I think late in the 2018 or somewhere, where there is a debate and talk on AI, and then so Jack Ma says he doesn't think going to Mars is a solution to humanity, rather educating people, uplifting people, educating people. That's what life is all about. That's what our priority should be. That's what we should be focusing upon, And I just don't understand Elon Musk, even though he's a migrant, he traveled to US and he became a thing now. Before, no one knew him. So And I've been following him from a long time when not many people knew him, even in Pakistan. Even well-educated people, they did not know about him. Still, there are so many people in the world, they don't know about who is Elon Musk. So there might be people who might be buying a Tesla, but they still would not care, they would not have time, or they might not know Elon where Elon Musk is coming from and what he's trying to do. But I'm telling you, if he is a real person, he has a heart, a real heart, he really cares about humanity, then he should be finding a solution. Now he said in his recent shareholder meeting, Tesla shareholder meeting, that that Tesla has produced 125,000 jobs. Tesla is going to produce a lot of jobs. They have this new gigafactories in South America and in Mexico and and they are expanding, and so they will be hiring more people, new people, and they will start with the locals. He's saying all that, but the point is that subhanallah, I don't think he's sincere. I don't think he's honest. If he was really sincere and honest about, benefiting humanity, then he would do something about firing so many people from Twitter and so many other companies. Look, Islamically, religiously, I might have my differences with them, but at the end of the day, they are humans. And I know, like everyone who's not born rich, they do get laid off in their life at some or the other point in their time. So I'm sure they can relate to getting laid off is not good, whatever your case is. And company, unfortunately, has become today all about profit and loss. Where is true leadership? I think this Ratan Tata's company was still better. TCS was still better. At least they did not fire people even in COVID. Imagine that. That's a true leader. But these people, the American companies, now imagine they wanna hire remote, but they are hiring just from US. How crazy is that? The whole world is online, and actually to the American companies it would make more sense for them to hire from Dubai, from UAE, from Saudi Arabia, from Pakistan, from Indonesia, from Egypt. It would make more sense. I know highly talented, highly capable people in these countries. It would make more sense for American companies, startups, to hire people from these places rather than hire locally, or hire only from US, or hire from common time zones. So they are just so individualistic, so selfish, just only thinking about themselves, as though they are better, they want to rule the world, and rest of the world doesn't deserve to live. So we need to challenge and change this mindset, this cheap mindset, and we need to think about everyone really. Like, there are a lot of people, they claim to care about people on social media. Every other CEO and company claims to care about people, and they do these publicity stunts, but in reality, the reality of these people when you reach out to them. So you are qualified, you are experienced, yet you don't get the job. Why? Because you're not of the same color, or they don't know you, or they don't have the system in place to assess how capable you are. Imagine that. That is something so crazy. Still fascinates me to this day about recruitment. In spite of AI and all the advances in technology, they can't hire you without hurting you. It's just insane. So one thing I don't like and needs to be solved, and I'm working on this problem of recruitment. So that's a major one. If you billionaires reach these brands, the major problem you'll be solving is recruitment. Human recruitment, I will call it. Human recruitment. Right now, HR is just by name. They don't have a heart anymore. It's all about money. So I'm not saying all the companies are like that are in the world. No. But yes, vast majority of the profit focused companies are like that. You can hear Simon Sinek and all the people writing books and giving speeches and about it on TED and all the keynotes and all the major talks and events around the world. So you need to understand, really caring about people and the world is not about just giving great speeches on your keynotes and feeling high and good about yourself and your company. We are doing this, we are doing that. What I've observed in my life, those people who are real, they don't talk. They don't come on stage and give lengthy talks. Those who really help people. And those who don't help people in the least, they are the first ones to come on the camera and talk. Okay, I don't claim to be a great humanity contributor. I'm not. Neither I'm claiming to be. But all I'm trying to say is that we need to revise our priorities. Right now, OpenAI and all the companies are concerned about what are the, subhanallah, they're even giving $100,000 grant to people who can propose guidelines as to how AI can be safe. But I would say, forget about that. Just read. There is one book I would highly recommend you, the Noble Quran. Just read that book. Just read the Noble Quran. And also, once you finish that, read the one by Dr. Muhammad Mohsin Khan. That's the best English translation. Read that. And you would have to ask me and I will tell you the right translation, the authentic translations, because I've read most of them. And also read Sahih al-Bukhari. So this is the minimum reading that you do. Read the summarized version, because Sahih al-Bukhari is a big book, so with multiple volumes. Just read these two books. Do a neutral-minded, decent, deep reading of these two books, and I can assure you it will change your life. It will change your mind just like it did mine. Life is not all about money. It's about your mental growth. It's your human growth, your life skills, your life growth. How much more you can rise in your consciousness to help people, Remember, as far as, because I'm a computer engineer, I'm a technology guy, as far as technology is concerned, technology is not about bringing this big benefits in some 10% people of the 10% lives in the whole world, and making this big damage to the rest 90% of the world. That's not really I don't call that a progress. That's not really progress. So in reality, AI right now is not really a progress. It's not controlled, it's not well planned, well thought, and releasing it like that is just insanity. So all these people, including Sam Altman and Elon Musk, they actually need a master class on the basic principles of life, how to grow in technology by leaps and bounds, by focusing on very simple, very few ground principles in life. One of the 4 well-known principles I already mentioned in my previous videos, and I'll mention them right now. To seek the divine knowledge, authentic knowledge, the greatest thing you need to know is you need to know who created you and why he created you. You need to know your purpose. So that's your main mission, main purpose in life. Once you have that high level of consciousness and awareness, knowledge, then you act upon that knowledge. You live your lifestyle according to those principles, core knowledge. You act upon those principles, you invite toward this greater good, and you stay patient for whatever harms that befall you. These are the 4 fundamental principles that are well known. You can find more details if you go to Abu Shoaib vlogs. You can find further details on these principles, okay, in depth. So as far as this channel is concerned, EcomPro.Shuayb, then our focus is on the ethical and sustainable progress of technology and uplifting artists around the world. So if you talk about artists, you did not train artists properly in AI and generative AI, and you did not build any rules and regulations, and so now the whole world is in a mess. And now hopefully you will be building those rules regulations, but it's important that you focus on the principles, the core divine principles. They are the ultimate core principles that will give you a major guideline to control the harms emitted from the technology R&D. Okay, so that's about it. There is a lot more that I wanted to share, I wanted to cover, but time does not permit me. I have to go. So but you can just follow EcomPro.Shuayb. If Allah supports me, I will, and after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the community, the tech Muslim community at large, and the tech community in general, they need to support this initiative so I can record well researched beneficial documentaries on technology and on AI, which can benefit all of mankind for several years to come. All right, this is Shoaib signing off from Abu Dhabi. Remember, final line: do good sincerely and consistently, even if little. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.